Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so now we're outside. First thing I'm going to do is make sure that the shower is opened up all the way because there could be water in there. We want to make sure that this tap is open and this tap is open as well. And that'll drain all the water out of the shower system. So now if I come inside here, there are several taps inside of this room that we need to tend to. So the first one's here is there's a shutoff valve down here by the toilet. We want to make sure that that is turned open. So I've got that valve open there. Again, we're going to flush the toilet here to drain the reservoir in the back, and we'll put some antifreeze in there. Now I've got several valves to open in here. I'm going to open this. This is a drain for the hot water. You see some water coming out of there. Of course, water and draining in this room doesn't make any difference. I'm going to open this and this and this and this. There's a lot of valves in here. And then down here, back up, I've got a valve under the sink that's a very important one because it's down quite low. So I need to make sure that this valve is open. You'll see quite a bit of water coming out of there. And now I've got two more valves to deal with. Keep slipping here. The trickiest valve to get to is located down here behind the washing machine, and it's very hard to see there, but it's in the lower left-hand corner of your display. I'm going to reach in there and slide in here. This is the hardest one to get to. And I'm going to open that valve. And that'll assist a lot in the draining of the water. So what's happening now is all the water that was caught up in the pipes in the house is draining out. And so importantly now, this is probably the last valve and maybe the most important one from historical perspective, is right here next to the water heater. We have to make sure that we open this valve to allow the air to go through that water line. And that's it. Now in the winter, I actually do not drain the hot water tank. We just leave it full of hot water. Since the electricity stays on through the winter, it's not going to freeze. And it's not hardly uses any electricity anyway, so I leave that on. And that's it for draining all the water out of the house and prepping it. It'll probably run the water will drip out for at least a day. But eventually it'll all be out of the system, and that should get rid of the water out of the pipes for the winter.